How do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
For money.
But do you
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
you think he still needs the money
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years?
the money.
But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets. And you the one that went missing.
You have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets.
Floyd Mayweather, famous for his flashy lifestyle and status as one of boxing's biggest stars, is now facing serious questions over claims he may be involved in a $42 million financial controversy. These shocking reports have grabbed the attention of fans, boxing experts, and business insiders, sparking concern about the finances and reputation of the sport's high-profile fighter.
The most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on
Floyd Mayweather, famous for his perfect record and massive fight earnings, has turned his focus to business since stepping away from active boxing. One major move is a reported $42 million real estate investment covering more than 60 properties across New York City. This step shows his shift from flashy spending to building income-generating assets designed to secure long-term financial stability beyond the ring.
How I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings,
Beyond his real estate investments, Mayweather keeps taking part in high-profile exhibition fights worldwide. While some critics say these matches are driven by financial pressure, he insists they're about more than money, serving as opportunities to entertain fans globally, connect with supporters, and stay in the public eye rather than just chasing another big payday.
It's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody. And he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just box.
Over the years, Mayweather has faced multiple legal challenges, including disputes over unpaid bills and questions about his role in promoting certain cryptocurrency ventures. In 2015, a Las Vegas jeweler sued him for an unpaid $1.4 million invoice, and more recently, a Miami jeweler claimed he still owed nearly $3.9 million for custom luxury pieces, highlighting ongoing financial and legal controversies surrounding the boxing star.
You know, I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. You know, I've learned my lesson from that.
But you the boss, and your team respect that. I think if you can share anything with everybody that's tuned in, everybody see you and they say, all right, he has all of the money and he has to be extremely happy. But we know money don't always bring happiness.
Oh, absolutely not.
What's the biggest mistake that you've made in your life that you can share, with people?
Same mistake that all four of us made. Trust.
It's a fact.
Trust. Every morning I get up in the mirror and I say, I say to myself, when I'm brushing my teeth, I say, you know what? The only person I can trust, that person right there. Because we all know we can trust ourselves. But we all always know somebody else is always going.
Tank Davis, once seen as Mayweather's protege, has raised his own concerns publicly. On social media, Davis claimed that Floyd couldn't leave Dubai because of unpaid financial obligations, alleging he had taken money without completing certain agreements and that local authorities were blocking his departure until the debts were resolved, adding more controversy to the unfolding situation.
If this is true, but Floyd Mayweather supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them to get on live right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Other claims suggest that Mayweather accepted luxury goods in Dubai without promptly paying for them, reportedly causing tension with vendors and financiers. Some experts see this pattern as a sign of aggressive financial handling, warning that frequent reliance on credit and delayed payments can build serious risks, even for an athlete who earned massive wealth at the peak of his career.
With a bit of a mad statement. And he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather, who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people. But let me know what you guys think to this. Do you think that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai? Or do you think this is just Tank Davis stirring up some stuff? Let me know in the comments. As always, a like, a favourite, save a share, all appreciated. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10.
Veteran boxing agent Rick Glazer backed these claims, noting that Mayweather was facing official court proceedings in Dubai over substantial non-boxing debts. Glazer highlighted that financial regulations there are strictly enforced and added that Floyd was working to resolve the issue promptly to settle the obligations and clarify the situation.
That the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole...
Joe Rogan noted that Mayweather's reputation goes well beyond his boxing accomplishments, explaining that Floyd's carefully curated persona and highly publicized wealth shape public perception. According to Rogan, the Mayweather brand is built not just on his elite fighting skills, but also on the image of luxury, money, and high-profile business ventures that define his name.
Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight. You'd be screwed. It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said, it should be a 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. Mm-hmm. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the fuck away from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range.
Joe Rogan also shared an example of Floyd's influence, recounting how Mayweather once fired a referee during a live fight, demonstrating that only someone of his fame and authority in boxing could do such a thing. This story highlights how his wealth and status have a direct impact on nearly every aspect of his career.
He said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight.
UFC star Conor McGregor has publicly claimed that Floyd Mayweather's return to boxing was driven by money, pointing to Mayweather's reported $22.2 million tax debt from 2015. McGregor suggested that Floyd should have handled his taxes properly and remained retired, implying that financial pressures likely influenced his decision to step back into the ring.
Well, even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the—
Joe Rogan also described the Floyd versus Conor McGregor fight as primarily motivated by money. Despite being retired, Floyd returned for a reported $100 million exhibition payday, showing how someone so focused on wealth could turn fame directly into massive earnings.
So your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them, the ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. Sneak this, that's that shit I don't like.
Floyd Mayweather has never hidden his pride, often insisting that no other boxer in history has matched his achievements. His confidence is obvious, but so is his tendency to compare himself to others, a strategy that builds his brand while drawing criticism. He faced Logan Paul mainly for the payday, yet openly criticized Mike Tyson for fighting Jake Paul at his age. Fans and analysts quickly pointed out the hypocrisy. It is clear Floyd wants to control the conversation around money fights. It is acceptable when he profits, but suddenly unacceptable when others do the same.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what is your reaction?
When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan.
And Jake Paul?
Easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson has been equally candid about his opinions on Floyd, openly criticizing him for constantly flaunting his wealth and staying in the public eye long after retiring. Mayweather's return for an exhibition fight against YouTuber Logan Paul drew widespread criticism, with many questioning both the legitimacy and competitive value of the matchup.
If not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith questioned the credibility of Floyd Mayweather's fight against Logan Paul, pointing out that Paul wasn't experienced enough to face a seasoned veteran and suggesting the matchup was driven more by money than genuine athletic competition.
Boxing fan. I love the sport. First fight I ever saw was a taped fight of Muhammad Ali fighting Cleveland Williams. I remember my father crying when Muhammad Ali had to fight George Foreman. I remember George Foreman knocking Joe Frazier up the backside of his head, knocking him down about 6-7 different times before the fight was stopped. Howard Cosell, the late, great Howard Cosell, screaming, "It is over! It is over! It is over!" I remember that. George Foreman, not Mike Tyson, was the most menacing boxer in history, so much so that there were people scared to death in Ali's camp. And my father, who's the biggest Muhammad Ali fan I've ever known, literally crying.
A California judge has dismissed a lawsuit against reality star Kim Kardashian, boxer Floyd Mayweather, and other celebrities over their cryptocurrency endorsements. Investors in the Ethereum Max, which is not affiliated with the popular Ethereum token, filed the suit back in January. So this suit claims celebrities conspired with Ethereum Max to promote the token to boost its value so company executives could profit by selling the holdings. The judge said the lawsuit raised legitimate concerns. However, he dismissed the suit because it didn't say where, when, or even if the plaintiffs had
In the cryptocurrency world, Mayweather promoted Ethereum, which resulted in a class action lawsuit claiming he and other celebrities misled investors. The case was dismissed, with the judge noting that investors are responsible for doing their own research. Questions about Floyd's finances have persisted due to his ongoing exhibition fights and reports of unpaid debts, while boxing promoter Eddie Hearn suggested that Mayweather's lavish lifestyle might demand constant income, though Floyd denies any financial problems.
Like, you meet these people and you spend time with them and they're like, it's like Mayweather. It was the same thing. Like, when I went in the gym, he was like, I heard you said this, heard you said that. And then I kind of just go into my flow, and in the end, he's kind of looking at me going, you're actually all right. I'm like, yeah. And the same was with Shakur. When we signed Shakur, it was a little bit like, almost like looking at me thinking, not sure about you. And then I think they just get to know you. They realise your intentions. And we're straight. We're straight as an arrow, mate. We'll never let you down. We always pay you on time. And we always deliver. So, and we love boxing. And we're passionate about your career. And I think when they understand that, they start to realise this is actually a good spot for me. And I like being part of the team.
What would have happened if you had promoted Floyd?
Look, Floyd was a great self-promoter anyway. So I think together, maybe we would have clashed. Because it was like a fight for the microphone. But, Floyd was, I think Crawford would have been different. I think we've done a great job helping his profile out, unintentionally, but just being...
Although Floyd Mayweather has faced legal issues and public scrutiny over his finances, there is no verified evidence of bankruptcy or a $42 million scam impacting his wealth. His well-managed investments and ongoing business ventures indicate that he remains focused on preserving and growing his financial portfolio.
Is that in you still waiting?
Well, I think I'm separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break.
Floyd Mayweather's alleged financial troubles and the criticism he faces have sparked intense debate. While some see the backlash as justified due to unpaid debts and legal disputes, others view it as another example of double standards in boxing, where a superstar's wealth and lifestyle are scrutinized far more than their peers. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.